Welcome back to another video with the Frobber Show. In this video, we'll be predicting the scores for Game Week 2 for the Premier League. There's 10 games again this week. We'll start with Swansea versus United, and then we'll move on to Man City to Everton. So we'll start off with them. Let's get straight into it, and we'll start off with Madge, I guess. So let's go.
Alright, cool. So obviously, as you guys know, Saturday there's a big game there. The first game at 12:30 is Man United versus Swansea. My score predictions for this game will be 2-1 to United. I think United will dominate away. I know Swansea are quite good at home, but I think United will still do quite well. They were looking on fire last game. Lukaku, Pogba, both of them looking really good, really sharp, and obviously Martial came on as well. 2-1 perfect for me. What about you, Ty? What do you think, bro?
Alright, I think that United will win 3-1. So similar to Madge, but extra goal. I think Pogba will get one. I think Lukaku will get two as well. I think he's gonna keep scoring a lot of goals, and yeah, he's good at scoring against the small teams. So yeah, I think it'll be 3-1. What about you, Back?
For my prediction for the first game is for Swansea United. I put 2-0 for United. I think Lukaku is going to score 2 goals. Simple. So yeah, man, 2-0 United. But let's move on to we're going to do 3 games now. We're going to do Bournemouth, Watford, Burnley, West Brom, and Leicester, Brighton. So we'll start off again with Madge.
All right, cool. So Bournemouth, Watford. I put Bournemouth 2-0 against Watford. There's nothing much to say. I don't think it's going to be a quite interesting game. It's going to be one of those typical middle league games. I think 2-0 is perfect for that one. Then obviously Burnley, West Brom. I put 1-0 to Burnley. I think Burnley are going to play really well at home. They're going to usually they're really strong at home. So putting them 1-0 against West Brom, I think is perfect. And Leicester versus Brighton. I think Leicester will win 2-0. I think Jamie Vardy will score, and Okazaki was looking really good against Arsenal. So was Vardy. They were both on fire. So I think 1 goal each for them two will be perfect. What about you, Ty?
Alright, so for the first game, I put Bournemouth to win 2-1 against Watford. Mainly because they're at home, so I think it'll be a tight game, but I think the fans will get them through it, and they'll score like maybe in late minutes or whatever. Burnley, West Brom, I think that will be a draw, 1-1. I think Burnley will get an early goal and then stay ahead, but then West Brom will sneak a goal at the end. And Leicester, Brighton, I put 3-1. I think Leicester will win this comfortably. They look good against Arsenal away from home, which was a hard fixture. So I do think they'll get through it with Brighton at home.
Perfect. Okay, so my prediction for Bournemouth versus Watford, I put a 1-1 draw for Bournemouth versus Watford, based on the fact that Watford last week, their defence did look a bit shaky. Liverpool did score 3 goals. I think Bournemouth lost 1-0 to West Brom, but I can see Bournemouth scoring, especially with Jermaine Defoe up front with Benik. Burnley, West Brom, I also put 0-0, another draw, based on the fact that both teams, attacking-wise, they're not that great, to be honest. And Leicester versus Brighton, I put a 3-1 win for Leicester against Brighton. Leicester right now is in form, in spite of them losing 4-3 to Arsenal, which is tough on them. I think 3-1 for Leicester is reasonable. I think Vardy's going to score alongside Iheanacho with 2 goals, man. So, yeah.
Right, Ty, do you want to do the next 2 fixtures? So obviously we got Liverpool, Crystal, and Southampton, West Ham. Do you want to go through it, bro?
Alright, the first fixture, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. I put Liverpool to win 2-0, mainly because started off a bit shaky in the start of the season, but I do think because they're at home, I do think they will win comfortably. I think Salah will score and maybe Mane. So yeah, I think 2-0 to Liverpool first game, and the second game, I think it will be a 2-2 draw, Southampton versus West Ham. I think it'll be a tight game, but I do think defences will be letting in a lot of goals this game. So I think it will be a high-scoring game. So I'll put it at 2-2.
Okay, let me do mine then. So for Liverpool, Crystal Palace, as you probably guys, all of you know, Liverpool struggle against teams like Crystal Palace every single year. So for this score prediction, I put 2-1 to Liverpool, mainly because we're playing at home. I think with the confidence of the fans and obviously the UCL win the few days before, I think we'll go into this game quite comfortably, and especially Crystal Palace, they lost last week, didn't they? So obviously them having the mentality of a loss from last week, they're going to try and get into the game really strong, really quick, try to score early goals, and I think Liverpool will counter-attack on them, and the end score will be 2-1. And obviously for the next game, I think it'll be 2-2 West Ham versus Southampton. I think it'll be a quite tight game, especially because they're playing at Southampton's pitch. I think West Ham will come. I think Chicharito is getting used to the BPO again. So I think he'll score 2 goals. And Southampton will score 2 as well. So that's my predictions. What about you, Baka?
Okay, so Liverpool Crystal Palace, I put a 4-2 win for Liverpool based on the fact that when Liverpool playing Anfield, it's last season as well. Our first few games at Anfield against Leicester and Watford last season, we dominate teams. We scored, I think, 6 goals. We won 6-1 or 4-1 against Leicester as well. So I think based on that, I think Liverpool are going to start off strong at Anfield. We're going to win 4-2 against Crystal Palace. I think Salah's going to score a goal with Bobby Firmino scoring 2. And I think Sturridge might score 1 if he's fit enough to play. And Southampton versus West Ham, I put 2-2 based on the fact that last week, I think Southampton, it was a draw against Swansea, but their attack did look sharp. And West Ham 2 goals. The attack force on Arnautovic and Chicharito alongside Andre Ayew it is a good attack compared to last season. So I think 2-2 draw is okay, but you never know. West Ham or Southampton might pull through and get the win, man. So yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's move on then. So obviously the next fixture after that is Stoke versus Arsenal. For this fixture, I put 1-1. I know you guys are probably thinking, crazy, how is he putting 1-1 against Stoke? Arsenal are going to put way more goals into the net. But in my opinion, I think Stoke are going to be quite tough at home, especially with the defence they have. Obviously, we got Shawcross there. He's not really known as a beast, but he's a quality player, especially when Stoke play defensively as a team. When everyone's behind the ball, it's quite hard to break them down. So I think Arsenal will quite struggle with that. I also think Lacazette will score 1 goal, and I think probably I think it'll be a header from Shawcross from the corner against Arsenal at a late 85th minute around there. So 1-1 for me. That's my score prediction. What about you, Ty?
Alright, for this game on Sunday, I put Stoke 1 and Arsenal 2, mainly because I think the game against Leicester gave Arsenal confidence to do well in the start of the season now. And I think that it will be a tight game. I think that Arsenal suffer on set pieces a lot. So, because Stoke have a lot of big players, I think that we will concede maybe 1. I put 1 just for now. It could be 2, but yeah, I think 1. And then for Arsenal, I think Giroud's going to come on the bench again and do a big impact on the game. And I think that it will be 1-1 until late 80th minute, and then Giroud will come and score. That's my prediction. Alright.
Okay, so Stoke, Arsenal, that's the last game on Saturday. I put a 3-1 win for Arsenal away to Stoke. Okay. Based on the fact that Arsenal started off the season strong, I think Arsenal players are motivated this time, especially with Lacazette up front. I think the scorers for this game, I think Lacazette is going to score a goal, as well as I think I agree with Ty. I think Giroud's going to come and score, and I'm going to also put a Rob Holding header from a corner. So 3-1 for Arsenal. And Stoke's goal scorer. Stoke's goal scorer. I think Sadio Berahino was going to score, man. So yeah. So now we'll move on to Sunday. Sunday we have 2 games. We have Huddersfield versus Newcastle, and the big one at 4 o'clock, which is Tottenham versus Chelsea. That's a big game earlier in the season. So let's get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into it. Who wants to go first?
You might as well start
off,
man.
I'll go first, man. So the first game on Sunday is Huddersfield versus Newcastle. I put a 2-0 comfortable win for Huddersfield. Last week against Crystal Palace away, it was a great result for them. I think the game was even, but Huddersfield, great 3-0 win for them. And Newcastle are missing John Joshua because he did get a red card in his last game against Tottenham. So that's like a major fall for Newcastle in the midfield. So I think 2-0 Huddersfield. I think Mooney's going to score 2 goals again. And yeah, man. And for Tottenham versus Chelsea, this was a tough one. I'm not going to lie. Especially at Wembley, I put a 2-2 draw, Tottenham versus Chelsea. Chelsea are missing 2 key players because of red cards, Gary Cahill and Fabregas. So I think that means their midfield are, I'm not sure, it's going to be Kante and someone else. I'm not sure because Bakayoko is still injured and Fabregas is red card. So the second midfielder I'm not sure who's going to be. So 2-2 Chelsea versus Spurs. 2 goals for Spurs. I think Harry Kane's going to score 2 goals, and Chelsea's goal scorer is going to be Alvaro Morata and Willian, in my opinion, man. What about you guys?
So I'll do my one. So obviously Huddersfield versus Newcastle. I think it's going to be 2-1 win to Huddersfield. They started the season really, really good. I think they'll carry it on. especially because they're playing at home, so they're going to have a lot of support from their fans. I think both goals will come from Mooney. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not too sure. And but I think the White Gay will score a goal. Moving on, for Tottenham versus Chelsea, I think the scores will be 2-1 to Tottenham. Chelsea didn't start off too well, and obviously there's 2 red cards now in that team. So we got Cahill out, and we also got Fabregas out. So we got a main defender out, and we also got a pretty main centre mid. Could you guys see maybe Bakayoko playing, or is he still out?
I think he's still out. I think he's still out.
So probably he won't be playing. So I think it's 2-1. I think Harry Kane will score one. Dele Alli will score one. Looking at the recent game, Tottenham, they had a really great start to the season. The movement off the ball, the movement on the ball was really good. Really quick football and really creative football as well. So I think one goal to Dele, one goal to Kane. And for Chelsea, I think Morata will score. When he came on, he did impact the game a lot against Huddersfield. So against Burnley. So I think he will do quite well. So yeah, I think 2-1 is perfect scores for that game. What about you, Ty?
Alright, Huddersfield versus Newcastle. I think it's gonna be 2-1 to Huddersfield. As Bakker said, Shelby's out, so that's a big loss. And also Huddersfield are very confident right now of their 3-0 win against Crystal Palace. So I think it will be 2-1, and the home crowd will be like really up for that game. And last game, Tottenham Chelsea. I think it's gonna be Tottenham 2-1, mainly because I think Morata's just low on confidence right now, so I don't think he's that affected up front. So I don't think he will be getting them the goals in these few early games. So Tottenham, obviously they started off the season really good. And is this their first home game in the BPL, I believe, at Wembley?
Yeah, it's at Wembley.
So I think hopefully they want to make their crowd like really pleased. So I think they're gonna want the game more than Chelsea. So yeah. I think it'll be 2-1 to Tottenham.
Okay, so the last game, the 10th game of the week 2 is Man City versus Everton. This is playing on Monday. The 10th game playing on Monday at 8 o'clock. City versus Everton. I'll do my score prediction first again. So for City versus Everton, I put a 3-0 comfortable win for Man City. They're at Etihad, playing home. City started off the season excellent last season against last week against Brighton. They should have scored more goals. The attack force of Aguero, Gabby Jesus, De Bruyne in midfield with David Silva. It's just too lethal. I don't think Everton will control will handle the attack force in spite of them signing Michael Keane and Pickford in goal. Like Everton have made a couple of signings, and Sigurdsson did sign. Well. I don't think he can play on.
Are you sure?
Actually, he'll be able to play on Monday, but I still think City have this game in the bag and a 3-0 win for City, man. So what about you, Mash, man? What have you got?
All right, so for the last game of week 2, I put 3-1 to Man City. Obviously, from the first game, we did see Aguero and Gabriel Jesus have a really great start to the season. The partnership, like I said even before this, I thought about it before. I did say that the partnership was amazing. And I think it'll carry on till the end of the season like this. So I can see them both scoring one each, and maybe one from David Silva. Maybe he was looking quite sharp last week. And for Everton, I think Wazza will score. Rooney. He had a great start to the season as well. He did score. So I think he'll carry on his little goals and he'll bring one back as well for Everton. So what about you, Ty?
Alright, for the game on Monday, I think that City are gonna win 3-1. I agree with Mad. I think Rooney's gonna get the only goal for Everton. He's been in a good scoring form lately, and also he used to play for United, so he might have that extra motivation to do better in that game. City, they're looking dangerous. Obviously, I have a lot of new signings, and the team's looking good. So yeah, I think De Bruyne will get one. Maybe Aguero too. I think Aguero's looking very sharp, and I think that this season he could be up there top goal scorers in my opinion. So yeah, I think it'll be a 3-1 win for Man City.
Okay,
guys, this has been our week 2 score predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been pretty insane, pretty good predictions. From last week, we only did get, I think, a couple correct predictions, but I think this week we're going to be much closer. Guys, right now on the screen, you guys can see the league table for obviously this week. This is our predictions, so we made this ourselves. What do you guys think of it? Who do you think will be top of the table right now? Comment down below in the comments right now. Comment down, guys, let us know. And also, guys, we got another question before you guys go. Who do you think will win the Premier League? And Who do you think will come second? Comment down below that. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been the 4Bro Show, and peace out. Make sure you subscribe and like. Let's try hit 100 likes. Peace.
Peace, guys.